Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This is Misstical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms. Now our screen may look like this and we're going to jump into gear raids, okay? So we've just started up gear raids. We've got gear raid 1 available for us, and as we jump into it we can there see our first problem stage generally is gear raid 6. That's because we can get rare gear and we can also upgrade to epic gear, and there's quite a jump in difficulty. So we're just going to cover a quick team to go over this so we can get this smashed out, okay? Right, this is the team I'm using. The first thing I want to do is I want to come up to the top there and I want to drop down this panel, okay? Just in the top right hand corner you can drop this panel down, and then what we're looking for is in the bottom right there's a thing called a tag filter. We want to click on that because that gives us a load of important information we're going to use to clear this stage. So the tag filter has now been opened up. We can see on the far right hand side of the screen there that's been brought up for us, and then if we scroll all the way to the bottom, the bit we're interested in is AoE M. damage, which is magic damage, and then AoE P. damage, which is physical damage. Now at this early stage of the game it doesn't matter which one we're using. Later on some mobs are more susceptible to magic than they are physical, so we've got to be a bit more careful later on, but at the moment we're not fussed. So we would tick off the magic damage AoE button, okay? We'll tick that off, and then we will see our heroes up here have all been shrunk down, and these are the ones that deal AoE magic damage. Right, I want ranged people, I don't want a defender, so I've got 3 up there I can realistically use. So I'm going to use those 3. I'm going to click on those and add those 3 into my team. 1, 2, 3. There we go. They are added into my team. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on physical damage. Now if you click on both, it will be looking for heroes that do AoE magic and AoE physical damage. So just click on one at a time, okay? Now I've got one person who's available for AoE physical damage. I can click on him and bring him into the team. There we go. That is my team made up. Now I can come in here and select that off. That's all my heroes leveled up. All my heroes back on the screen now. Now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for some fighters, okay? So I'm going to click on the little fighter icon up there, and then there we go. I've got some fighters. So I've got 1, 2 fighters there that I've leveled up a little bit. I'm going to use those. Now they're the bulk of the team that I want to use. After this I'm just after some fillers, so I'm going to go for marksman, I'm going to go for mages, and anyone that I've got leveled up here I will just chuck into the team, and that's it. That is my team made up. The only other thing I need to consider is here I've got a lord, and he is given lord skill just here, as we can see, okay? Now that gives bonuses to all people who are in that faction. So I've got 2 lords. I've got this one here and I've got Boras at the other side. So if I take them and swap them over, we'll see the people who I get the bonus change as well. So if I have cleared normal 5-9, then I could put him here and I would get this unlocked, and I can have 2 lords running, and I would get both skills available, okay? But I haven't gone that far yet, so it's only the 1. Now I get more bonuses the other way round, but we use it this way just to make it a little bit trickier for ourselves, okay? Just to make it easier for you, trickier for me, but then you get to see what's happening, okay? So this is the first stage we're going in with, okay? We don't have to worry about that at all. We are quite happy to push on through. It's all going well. This should be me far enough out of the way, okay? We can see what's going on. Now the first thing I do is I put my AoE DPS down. I put them back in the middle, and again on the middle row back there, okay? Now the reason for this is so that we can attack quite freely without getting hit. My next AoE DPS has gone on that side, next to Voltas. Now I'm just waiting for my next one, but if I have a look here, this is the area of damage. This is why I'm not using those 2 squares in front of the 2 at the bottom here, and I'm not using the 2 squares up there, okay? I'm keeping right back out the way, so when these cannons do that hit, I'm not taking any damage. The advantage of not taking any damage is I don't need to bring any healers with me, so I can concentrate on just bringing DPS, okay? So that's what we're doing. If we have a look, absolutely no one there is taking any damage whatsoever of my team, okay? The mobs are taking plenty of damage, not an issue, okay? So we're happy with that. Now, once we've got our 29 coins up, we'll bring our next unit in who does AoE. I'm prioritizing those units that do AoE first. And again, he's on one of those rows out the way of that wolf when those cannons hit. Now, next thing, we're just clicking off our ultimates, okay? I'm going to try and use one ultimate from one of my heroes per wave, just to get the bulk of the damage done. Okay, there we go, we've got most of them down. Now behind the wall I can place my fighters. They can reach over and they can hit. Now some fighters have a longer range, which is nice, other fighters don't. These do not have a long range, but anyone who comes right up next to that wall, we can actually hit them. Okay, so we'll have a quick look as these mobs come down. We see they don't take any damage, which is great for us. Okay, we're staying out of that damage range. Now here we can see the fighters now going through the animation of doing damage to people. Okay, that's absolutely great for us. So if you're fighter heavy, bring along a couple of fighters and feel free to go for it. We're using up our AoE DPS and we're taking down the mobs. Now this is an important part that's happened. If we just pause it here, on the far right hand side of the screen, those cannons are now dispersing, they've gone. Okay, so we can see we've killed 20 mobs at the moment, and hopefully when they go that will jump up by 21, and now they've jumped and we've now 23 mobs have been eliminated, removed from the map, whichever way around you want to look at it. So, and that's just them rolling off. Now our fighters are doing a great job for us, but now the tanks, now those cannons have gone, we can start to use this row here and the one up there. We can start to use those rows there to incorporate extra DPS for us to take the mobs down. Okay, now the wall is almost dead and they're going to come racing through. When they come through, our fighters are dead, which is no great shakes. It's one of those things. They've done some damage for us, they aided us. Okay, so we've got that going for us as well. All right, now we've got enough DPS now because what are we are 27 mobs, so we've got 6 mobs left to kill, including the boss, and we've got a whole wall. So we are in a really good place to carry on and just nuke this down without any issues whatsoever. You just fire off your ultimates as and when they're ready, and you would quite happily kill these off. So where are we? We're 30 mobs down, so we've got two mobs and the boss left. That's it, one and the boss left, and they're almost done. There we go. So we've now got to a point where we've only really got the boss left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly withdraw some of the heroes because there's something else I want you to see. Okay, which depending on your account and what heroes you've got available, we'll remove all of these mobs out, all these heroes out of the way for us. We'll leave ourselves one, but if we can get rid of all of these, that way the boss won't die before we actually get to do it. Okay, so removing him, absolutely fine. Now we've got a couple of seconds we can see before some of our fighters are due again. Now it's the fighters that are the important part for us, or at least in this. If you are more fighter heavy, bring some extra fighters with you, because once they've gone past the wall and killed your initial 2, you can put fighters behind them and then carry on DPSing the boss and any of those mobs available. Okay, so just another technique that you may wish to use to help you clear this through. Okay, there we go. Right, and then we just chuck anyone else down and we'll be able to kill the boss without too many issues. There we go. What have we got? Last 10% now. So any ultimates going off and that will kill the boss off. There we go. That's the boss dead. And it's time for us to collect our rewards, and it's an important part for us going forward. Okay, so there we go, we've smashed that. You've got all your 3 stars, absolutely brilliant. Just check you have 1 2 3, yeah, cleared, fine, and that's us all done. Okay, that's us done. Now why was it important we done this level 6? Okay, the rewards for level 7 are still the same. The rewards for stage 6, so this is a reward for stage 6. So our epic gear is a level cap of +8, so we can level it up to all the way to 8. We can see in the top right hand corner of the item it's got level up to 8, and it comes with secondary attributes 2 types, and they're random. Okay, this one's nice, it's come with crit rate, which we want as a fighter, and it's come with attack percentage, which is fantastic as well. But this is where you get them. You're going to upgrade your gear from 4 to 8. So if we roll this on and we have a look at our other gear, so our rare item of gear, this is our rare item, then our rare item of gear only comes with a 1, and we can only level it up to 4. Okay, so we have less stats. So that's why it's really nice and quite important for us to get stage 6 done, because it allows us to upgrade our characters much more. Okay, so that's why we want to get it done. Now let's jump in and have a look at the characters, what we have done to them. This is Bora, absolutely fantastic. Don't worry about leveling him up so much. You can use him in later game content, okay? So that's the skills we've got done. That's the awakenings we've got on him. We did use our AoE hero. We've got him up to 3. We've put some gear on him, and we've done some skills as far as dust would take us. We didn't put any skill crystals into him, which is the expensive bit. Voltas. We've got him up to 40, and we've got level 8 gear on him, and we've done all his skills up, okay, but we haven't awakened him yet. Right, that's what we've got on him. And then probably, I'm not trying to put too much into him. I'm following the storyline with him. This is just a free champion. He does AoE. You can pick him up almost anywhere. You shouldn't have an issue getting hold of him, okay? Eowyn, absolutely brilliant. If you've got him, I have. He's a fantastic hero, so I really leveled mine up. I intend to put more levels into him. As it stands at the moment with my account, he's going to be pushing my DPS going forward, okay, because he's usable later on in the game. So that's what we've done with him. Here he's got my best gear on because he's my best hero. These were rewards from the story. If you get gear that's a reward from the story, feel free to level it up all the way. It always comes with good rolls, okay? So there we go. Good substats and good rolls. It's absolutely brilliant, the gear you get from this story mode. Haven't managed to put any skills into him. Don't get any essence or anything like that, or skill dust, so I can't actually skill him up, but he's still firm favourite going forward, and we've managed to awaken him once. Now, my other fighter was just there to be a fighter, so we've put some gear on her, we've done some skills as far as some dust would take us, but that is about it. Moradin, again, we've put as little in her as possible. We've promoted her once, she hasn't got any gear on, and then we've done minimal amount of skills. Liam, exactly the same. Don't get caught up with the accounts that you see and the pictures you see. Liam, awesome hero. He's fine if you later on in the game and you've got enough resources to put into him. Don't overly worry about it at a low level. You will have better priorities to deal with, okay? So that's our heroes. That's how we leveled them up. That was the gear they had on or not had on, and that was the skills they had all done. Now, I hope you found this helpful. I hope the guide was all right for you. If you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. If you've got any other areas of the game that you want as a young or a beginner's account looked at, feel free to actually put that in the comments below. Reach out. I'm more than happy to help you out, okay? Thank you very much for your time. Do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe. Helps me out massively. I'll see you all in a video again soon. Cheers. Goodbye.